Hello there, I'm Julie, and today I'm going to take you through about a 15-20 minute morning Pilates sequence. So this is really just to help open you up, breathe deeply into your body and feel ready for the day. So if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to start by lying down on the mat. The arms are out to the sides, so just below shoulder height, and we're going to bring the knees up into a tabletop position. Take a deep inhale breath, and as you exhale we're going to drop the knees over to one side, doesn't matter which side, and we're going to gaze over to the other side and take a deep breath and exhale. Keep both shoulders rooted down onto the floor and focus the breath into the mid-spine, filling up the lungs, the belly, the chest. And then inhale, come all the way back up and over to the other side. Gaze into the other hand, make sure those shoulders and arms stay rooted down into the floor. And breathe deeply. And we'll come up and we'll do one more. You can keep the feet on the floor. If that feels tough on the back, you can keep the feet just touching the floor and rotate. Feel that deep stretch into the side of the body. Breathing deeply. And inhale into the centre, exhale over to the other side. Just slowly waking up the body, feeling that lovely stretch. Okay, so now we're going to do some heel slides, which are going to just help to wake up the abdominals. So the hips are level, the feet, knees and hips are all in line, and we're going to just slide the right heel away from the body. Hello, Ted. Sliding the heel away, and then slowly, without the rest of the body moving, we're going to drag that heel back up into the start position, and then switching over to the other side. So exhaling, the heel slides away from you, and inhale, it comes all the way back without shifting the body. So exhale. Don't worry too much about switching on the core muscles. They will engage with the movement. You don't want to hold on to them too tightly. Exhale, sliding the heel away, and inhale. And just keep going with that pattern. Keep focusing the breath deep into the rib cage. Inhale as you draw back. Exhale as you draw away. Inhale as you come back. Good. One more on each side. Exhale. Inhale. Everything else is nice and still. You can have the hands on the hip bones if that helps, just to feel that stability into the floor. And come all the way back. Good. And then we're going to float the right heel above into your tabletop position. You can bring the left heel up as well if the back feels supported enough to do so. Otherwise, keep the foot on the floor. And we're going to dip the heel towards the floor, keeping the angle at the knee. So exhale down. Inhale back up to the start position just above the hip. Exhale down. Inhale. So if you're using both legs, then you can alternate. Exhale, and you'll feel that's much stronger on the abdominal muscles. We want to make sure the back is not taking too much of the strain. If so, we'll just keep one foot down. The important thing is to focus on the form and not just keep trying to progress. We don't want any injuries here. Exhale away. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale, and we'll do one more on each side. Exhale. Inhale, feeling warmer. Exhale. Inhale, well done. Hug those knees into the chest and just rock the back into the floor very gently. Okay, so from here we're just going to roll the knees over to face me and bring your arm out to the side, the supporting arm, then the other arm on top. I'm going to take a deep inhale breath. Sweep all the way up and over, following the hand with your gaze. This is sunrise arms, all the way up and over. releasing that tension and stress that we carry in the shoulders. Inhale, up and over. And all the way back. Just keep the breath flowing. And again, inhale. And exhale, stretch it all the way back. Good. And then you just roll over onto your other side. So excuse my back for a moment. Inhale, breath up and over. And just embracing all those clunks. And back again. Inhale. And exhale. Oh, this is so needed. Inhale. Up and over. And follow with the gaze. Exhale. All the way back. Good. And then just roll over onto your back again. I'm going to go into a leg circle just to open up the hips. So we just drop the knees out to the side. Just feel that opening up here. We'll just take a couple of breaths here. Just wiggle the hips, opening out the knees and the hip joints. We're going to keep the left foot rooted down onto the floor. Float the right knee above the hip. And we're just going to start to circle. So keeping those circles as small as they need to be to keep a stable position with the other hip without rocking and rolling. So we're focusing on that mobility of the hip joint. And if you feel you can bring the circles a bit wider and larger, then please feel free. Keep the hands and shoulders rooted down and then back the other way. So the supporting leg is really just gluing you into the floor while we focus on really opening out that hip and keep the breath flowing into the rib cage and then floating it down. Float up the left foot and begin to circles. Just test out how this feels. One side may feel slightly different to the other, and that is completely normal, and that's why we're working on balancing out both sides of the body. Good. And just slowly opening it out a little bit further if that feels comfortable for you, and then back the other way. And feel those clunks and clinks. And keep the breath flowing all the time. It's easy to forget when we end up holding the breath. We really want to keep the breath flowing. And bring that knee back and float it back down. Okay, scoop the feet in a little bit closer to the bottom so you can touch the heels, ideally. We're going to do some glute bridges to wake up the glutes, get them firing, ready for the day. So take a deep inhale breath. As we exhale, squeeze the bottom, drop the lower back into the floor. So we just gently tilt the pelvis so the lower back is flat into the floor. And then as we exhale, we squeeze the bottom to lift, lift, lift each vertebrae off the mat one by one. And then we're going to slowly drop from the back of the breastbone. Each vertebrae lands onto the mat like a wheel, keeping the knees nice and steady. Good. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, drop the lower back into the floor. Squeeze the bottom all the way up. Feel that tension and feel the knees keeping nice and strong as well, not wandering away from each other. And then drop from the back of the breastbone. Roll all the way down, in and out of the lumbar curve. And back to neutral. And again, inhale, breath. Exhale, squeeze the bottom, drop the lower back into the floor and rise up. Imagine those knees are squeezing onto a soft ball in between your knees to keep them nice and stable. We're inhaling at the top and then rolling down as we exhale, releasing into the floor. We'll do another 3 like that. So inhale at the bottom, exhale, squeeze the bottom, drop the lower back into the floor, squeeze and lift. And at the top, inhale. Exhale, drop through the back of the breastbone, rolling all the way down, keeping those knees steady. Good. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the bottom, lower back is into the floor, and then lift, lift, lift. Inhale at the top. Exhale, rolling down like a wheel. Each of those vertebrae moving one by one. And last one, inhale, breath. Exhale, squeeze up, roll up. Inhale at the top and exhale, rolling down all the way back out. Lovely. Give the knees into the chest, roll the back into the floor. You might want a little stretch out with the legs just to release the knees. Good, well done. Roll over and come up onto your 4-point position. And then we're going to do some cat-cows just to release the spine. So first of all, take a deep inhale breath. And exhale, we're going to drop the belly to the floor and lift the chest, pushing the hands and the knees deep into the mat. And then as we exhale, drop the head, push the hands into the floor. Inhale, drop. Just keep the breath flowing. If you lose track of the inhale, exhale. And then tilt the pelvis, roll all the way up. Grow the arch up into the ceiling. And then drop the belly, pushing into the hands, nice deep curve there, lifting the chest. And then back tuck the pelvis under, pushing into the hands. Good, lovely. And from there, we're going to work on the traps, so the shoulder blades. So we're in a push-up position here. All we're going to do is draw the shoulder blades together as the chest dips towards the floor, and then pull the shoulder blades apart again. So we draw them together. So see the arms are long and they're not bending, so it's not like a press-up. So the shoulder blades come together and then they come apart. Good. Keep breathing. And apart. Good. And 2 more. Good. Keep breathing. Good. And then from there, we're going to do a press-up. So we're going to do box press-ups here. Now, if you feel that you're able to do a higher level, then please do. We're going to really concentrate on really good form here. So the knees are underneath the hips. Inhale, breath. As we exhale, we're going to lower the chin towards the floor and bring the elbows in towards the body. So they're slightly harder and working more on the triceps. So we're going to exhale as we lower down. And inhale, coming up. Oh, that's a burnout on the back of the arms. And we exhale. Keep the arms close into the body rather than going wide out to the side. So we exhale, lower. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lower. Feeling the warmth through the arms and the rest of the body now really waking up. Exhale. Inhale. And I lost count. We'll do 1 more just for luck. Exhale. And inhale. Well done. Sit back onto the feet. That was tough. Okay, so we're going to do swimming in the box position now. So we're going to start with extending the right leg away from you. So we can keep this quite close to the floor, just for stability. And then if you feel able to, you can add in the arm as well. And again, this can be low to the floor, or it can be slightly higher up. So see how you feel. Then we're going to float everything back into the box position and over to the other side. So when we switch over from one side to the other, we're making sure we're not shifting the weight. We're keeping the weight nice and central through the body. Inhale to come back into the box and exhaling away. Keeping those hips and shoulders nice and level. Also make sure those knees don't come back in together. Reach it. Imagine someone's pulling your fingers and your toes away so you get that lovely stretch as well. Deep breaths into the lungs, belly, chest, and then 1 more on each side. We add 1 extra one just to level off. Good, and then bring everything back up into the centre and come to facing front. Okay, so we're going to do a twisting stretch now. So you're going to have legs long. This can be quite tough on the lower back. So if that is the case for you, then come into legs bent. And we're just going to bring the arms into a wide position. Take a deep inhale breath. Exhale, rotating to the right. Holding onto that knee just for a little bit of extra twist. And following the arm with the gaze. And then we're going to rotate over to the other side. Keeping the hips forward. And use that knee, just push gently so you can open the chest just very slightly more than you would have been able to otherwise. Keep the shoulders sinking down the back, make sure they're not creeping up to the ears. Good. We'll do one more on each side. Oh, and that just feels so lovely to do a stretch like that. Now we're just going to do rotation holds. We're going to take the right arm all the way back behind you, holding onto the left knee. Reach up with the spine and then reach backwards, so looking over the shoulder. With the inhale breath, grow tall. With the exhale breath, rotate that a little bit deeper. Come back into the centre and over to the other side. So bring the left leg behind you, plant that into the floor. Hold on to the the left knee. Roll toward the inhale. Exhale, rotate a bit deeper. And then come slowly back into the centre. We're going to bring the hands into a clasped position just behind you. Lift the chest and reach the arms up as far as feels comfortable. We'll go sideways for this, so we'll lift the chest. Just feel that lovely stretch through the chest and shoulders. And then we'll come back the other way, so hand goes over hand, and then we tuck and curl. And then we'll go back the other way, so reach behind you, clasp the hands together, lift the chest. And then back the other way. Circle the shoulders up and back. And there you go. I hope you feel suitably stretched out and you really enjoyed that. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.